Check it out. We were at these culverts in the springtime when I was showing them failing, but now they replaced one of them and they're about to replace the other. Check it out. Brand new corrugated metal culvert, really deep in the ground. They only have to be put in half their diameter, but that is like 4 times. Really nice. Good to see they're not using plastic anymore. The plastic ones really sucked for this, and they're horrible for the environment. Okay, this one's put in nicely. Now you see what happens when it rains a lot. These little rocks, they grind down the galvanization, so that's why the bottom of it rusts out. And right now, this drainage ditch is fresh. Just got to get the grass growing in there. Then it won't erode anymore. Now up here, you can see they have a big mound of dirt that they dumped, and that's extra filled that they'll make a hump on top of the road with. They have a bunch of quarries out here that they grab the stuff from. But this looks really good. Sometimes they use shale rock, which is pretty sharp. Check out the new culvert. This one I would say is actually oversized, which is a good thing. Be very hard to clog it. Check it out. Woo! Yeah, it's bigger than the existing one. Maybe it's not overkill. It looks like a lot comes down here in the spring, but there's no evidence it ever washed over the road. This could easily be a clog if that breaks free and comes down here next time. Here's the failing one. See, the water's in no hurry to go in there because as we saw in the spring, it's collapsed halfway in the road. They have since flattened it out. There was like a big divot here because the spring current going through there was washing it in because the bottom is completely rotted out. In the spring I was showing, and you can still see it. See all that sediment down there? That's the road washing in through the culvert. Hey! Hey! Look over here. Look at that. It's not every day you see a big bull moose. Antlers aren't completely grown yet. I'm gonna get up higher. Oh! Standing on the roof of the vehicle because this grass is so high. That is cool. Not every day you see a big moose like that. It was in the road, it ran there. Thankfully it didn't take off out of sight. There he goes. Better get out of the road, I'm in the center. What do we got here? Beavers are getting ready for something. Look at this. Those are brand new sticks. Still have the leaves on them. They're cut and prepared, but they're not even put against the grate yet. This culvert needs replacing. Take a look at it. Is that a bullet hole? Look right here. The bottom is starting to rot out. See that around the edge? It's going to start rotting on both sides right at the water line because that's where all the freeze and thaw cycles really hit it. It's not rotting on the very bottom, just on the sides. But it's not going to rot out anytime soon. Probably got another at least good 5 years out of it. The beavers are getting prepared. I see they have debris right here. And by the looks of some of this, well, that right there could have been cut today. Check out all those logs. leaving a car running in case someone else comes. I'll have to move out of the way quickly. This is not as deep as it looks. It's only about 3 inches of water. But on a dirt road, every time you drive through a puddle, it makes it worse and worse. This is like this because of neglect. The center of the road is supposed to be the highest, and it's supposed to be able to reach these drainage ditches, but it can't because it's not being taken care of. Now this is gonna drain back completely, probably in about 10 minutes. You can already see it's dropping about an inch. Tried to do it with a rake. Grass is too tough. Took the axe out. There wasn't any big rocks in the way, just stubborn roots. So this will drop back very fast. All right. Just shut the vehicle off while I wait for it to drain. But I gotta be in there in case someone else comes. But by the looks of this road, maybe one person uses it a day. It's not much of anything. There is actually a culvert here keeping the sides equal, but it needs greater work and to be rebuilt over the top, because every time someone goes blasting through here, they're throwing gravel with the water, making the hole deeper and deeper. All right, this will slowly drop back. Okay, it's been about 16 minutes. And we've dropped back probably 4 inches. This is as much as I can get it to drop back, since this is super packed dirt with all these rocks. Nearly impossible to dig through it without heavy machinery. But now there's not a big puddle anymore. And now this much smaller puddle will evaporate after a few days in the sunshine. Now this puddle on this side is almost going to completely go away from the ditch I made. It has slowed down a lot. At the beginning, it was probably moving over 1,000 gallons a minute. Now it's dropped back to maybe a few hundred. And you see, this is the water we just moved. See the dirty water mixing into the pond? That'll all settle eventually. It's going right here. You see it being directed to the culvert? The culvert drains this way, but it's moving that way because it's going to equalize. And I also hear rapids over there. It's like going over some sort of dam. So every time a car goes speeding through this, it's throwing water mixed with rocks. And that's how a road like this gets worse and worse. Now you may say that this is an abandoned road, and that's exactly what it looks like. It's actually not. There's a few houses on this road out here mixed in with all the logging land. But I think they're going around a different way, because this is a loop, this whole road. The other side of the loop is, I wouldn't say better. It still has the grass growing in the middle, but it's not flooded out like this end. And you look around, I'm the only tracks that have come in here today. And when I go through a flooded area like this, try to put one wheel on the hump, one wheel over here on the embankment, to completely miss it. Oh, we have a woodpecker right here. Yeah, you see on the other side, some of that dirty water's coming through as it tries to equalize. Culvert's in good condition, a little rusty, but that's it. This road is full of this, isn't it? But this one doesn't even have a ditch to drain into. It's best to drive through that slowly. Less likely to damage something on the vehicle, and it doesn't damage the road if you go through it slowly. Yep, here's another pothole. Bump.